Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Sound Test Podcast. My name is Brian, and I am joined by Deontay,
Yo,
Max,
Hey, hey.
and our special guest from last week's episode, Brenda.
Hello. Hello.
And we're going to do our continuation of the Smash Brothers discussion we did last week. If you haven't checked out the podcast from last week, please do so. We had a really great time talking about the history of Smash Brothers leading up into Brawl. So we talked about the original N64, Melee, as well as Brawl. You know, our personal recollections of those games, what they meant to us, the impact of those games and things like that. Um, Real fun conversation. But since Smash Brothers series is such a large one, spanning a very long time, the second part we're going to be focusing on Smash Brothers 4 or Smash Brothers for Wii U and 3DS, also known as just Smash Brothers 4, as well as Smash Brothers Ultimate. And even those two games, they're a little bit more to talk about with those two. So
Definitely going to be a lot, 100%.
yeah, so uh, I felt it necessary just to put those two in a separate category, as well as just an discussion on the future of Smash itself. So I'm going to start kind of with the introduction for Super Smash Bros. 4. Uh, it was often referred as Smash 4 just for, you know, short purposes, and I'll probably just call it that. Um, it was released on two different platforms. It was released on both the Nintendo 3DS and the Wii U. The 3DS version released on October 3rd, 2014. And then about a little bit a month later than that, on November 21st, was Super Smash Brothers for Wii U. With the release of these two games, DLC characters was like finally an option for the franchise. This was the first time Nintendo really started to embrace downloadable content, and it allowed for new characters to be added post launch, which was not a thing beforehand. Um, and each version also featured exclusive modes. So, like for instance, Street Smash and Smash Run was only on the 3DS version, and Smash Tour and Special Orders was only on the Wii U version. Um, in addition to this, certain stages were also exclusive to the 3DS version or the Wii U version. And both versions had classic mode and all star mode, but they did play significantly different. Um, Smash 4 also introduced the ability to play 8-player Smash on the Wii U version of the game. And between both games, there's 55 stages, 58 characters, which was a huge jump from Brawl. And the newcomers for those new characters include Rosalina and Luma, Bowser Jr., Greninja, Robin, Lucina, Corrin, Palutena, Dark Pit, Villager, Little Mac, Wii Fit Trainer, Shulk, Duck Hunt, Mega Man, Pac Man, Ryu, Cloud, Bayonetta, and the Mii Fighters.
bro, you sound so fucking
So
exhausted.
Bro, it was a lot.
It was a lot of characters.
Yeah.
He's like, oh my god, the list just keeps going.
Whew, but so yeah, with Smash Brothers 4, there's a lot of unique things that was added to the franchise. I think just the idea of it coming on two different platforms and it kind of having two different like experiences was really it's something obviously we haven't seen in the rest of the franchise. But usually when you have fighting games, if they can't have each version of the game to be exactly the same, they're just not going to go forward with it. um
Mhm.
but these were like legitimately two distinct uh experiences of essentially the exact same game. um so for me personally, I bought both versions, both the 3DS version and the Wii U version. And the first thing for me personally was how well the 3DS version ran. Like
Lord.
it was very competent version.
Right.
Impressive too.
Yeah. It still ran at 60 FPS. Um, stylistic wise, it was actually different from the Wii U version because it kind of like each character had like an outline to them.
Yeah, it was slightly cell shaded, yeah.
Yeah, and
It made it easier to see the characters. Yeah.
right.
Which it needed.
Yeah, because
Right.
the 3DS resolution was like 240p. It was garbage.
Right. Standard definition.
Below that, like honestly, uh, it looked bad, but the game itself looked good and it ran very well. It kind of got into this weird territory because I remember Smash Run was a mode on the 3DS version, and I loved Smash Run,
Man, I
Yes.
love
Yes.
Smash Run
Yes.
too.
That was amazing.
and it kind of sucks because that wasn't in the Wii U version,
Right.
and that was definitely my go-to mode
Yeah,
on 3DS.
Wii U, we had the shitty ass Smash tour that nobody played.
I don't even know what the heck that was even supposed to be.
I
And
tried it once, and
I never touched it.
I'm actually kind of intrigued too because I personally never owned Smash 4, but just hearing everybody talking about it just made me feel like, why did these people create this game the way that it is right now? Like I wasn't necessarily really even sure like what were the benefits, because I mean, if anything, I played like two games, I think. I remember them like specifically. I only played two games on Smash 4. And I think one of them I was actually able to play on the actual 3DS. It was like kind of weird. Like I felt everything felt so weird and clunky and just very floaty. Even more floaty than Brawl, I think. Uh I don't know, man. That it was just really, really, really interesting. I don't know.
I think Max and Deontay can speak towards this because at the time where Smash 4 came out, it was kind of like the perfect storm because all of us was in college at the time, all of us was in band, and all of us had
Right.
3DSs, and so it was really fun because we could essentially play it anytime. Like anytime we was on band trips, we played it, or anytime we was on the bus, we played it.
mhm.
But that 3DS is not good for playing Smash Brothers.
Oh, absolutely not.
It's
But it
not.
worked.
I will say I have a 2DS, and the 2DS not being able to close and it being just a fat
I
like
forgot you had
slab
the
of
2DS.
console.
I
That
forgot you
Yes,
had
doorstop,
the
you mean?
That
2DS.
was
That's
a
all it
time.
was.
you would be
That was a
surprised
time.
how good the 2DS is for playing Smash. Like your hand has enough room to be secured,
So that
and
was
you
your cheat code to beating us. I get it now.
I mean, no, I'm just
We
good at the
can attest
game.
to
Let's
that.
not get that confused. I just good at the game. But yeah, the 2DS definitely helped when it came to playing on the DS, the DS version. The 2DS was definitely a lot better than playing on that small ass 3DS. I never played on the 3DS XL or the new 3DS XL. I never played on any of those, but I played on the 2DS and it was really good.
uh, so correct me if I'm wrong, but my experience was that little nub on the 3DS.
The
Mine's,
nipple, because that's all it was.
bruh,
Yeah.
mine's broke off specifically because of Smash.
Dang.
Really?
Yes, it because of just like how intense you have to essentially play Smash because you can't play with the D-pad. Uh, and like mine's just got to the point where like it just couldn't take anymore because of pretty much because of Smash.
Man,
Because
that
of the abuse to your controller.
Right.
I can imagine. Uh yeah, that definitely was not something that I played often. And then afterwards I just didn't hear any good reviews about it. Like I felt like the most complaints like out of all of the Smash games, all of the complaints just came out of Smash 4, I think. I don't even know why. Because I mean, I would see a lot of competitions on Smash 4 more, especially just seeing the rise of one of the competitive players that I really like. His name is Zero, and also seeing also MK Leo come through.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
it was crazy just seeing them just always fight and always have like a really good time playing the game. But I it was still like one of those things that it's kind of like it didn't necessarily really match up to me. How are these people actually really having a good time and playing? But this is the version that has like literally the most complaints of all time. Which also, I think, if I'm not mistaken, made a lot of people go all the way back to Melee again and also continue to play Melee.
Yeah,
And I think
so
at that point, that was when Melee actually shot up
in popularity.
in popularity. Yeah, because everyone
All
was
over
like, "Well, I'm
again.
not playing any more of this trash. I guess I'm just gonna go back to Melee, and we're just gonna do that." And I think that's when the remember I was saying in the last episode, the five gods. I think that's when that actually like just kind of came into fruition, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember what year that was when it came out, but
It was such a
um
weird time because
yeah, it was
it
a weird time.
because at Evo, just because of fan demand, you had both Smash Brothers 4 Wii U and Smash Brothers Melee at the same competition at the same time. Like it was such a weird period of time. And Nintendo, first of all, Nintendo was pretty terrible when it was, when it came to supporting competitive Smash Brothers to begin with. But, Nintendo was always pushing for Smash 4 to be at tournaments over Melee. And it was almost one of those situations where Nintendo would sponsor events for Smash 4 specifically, but if anybody mentioned Melee, Nintendo completely and utterly backed off.
Oh, 100%. And I think that's when they invited Zero up to give him like a trophy or something for like the best competitive Smash 4 player of all time. And Sakurai literally gave him a trophy. I thought that shit was crazy.
Bruh,
Like I was like, "Oh, what the
that is wild. But a
if I'm
Smash,
not mistaken, if my memory serves me correctly, that was literally it." And I was like, I don't get it, but I mean, yeah, that was yeah, that competitive at that time was very interesting. I'll definitely say that. That's very interesting. I never participated in any sort of Smash 4 or whatever, but I remember like the only two times that I did play it, I like the only thing that I really enjoyed personally was just being able to play with like 8 people.
Oh yeah, it was
And
insanity.
then yeah, like that was like just that was just fun, pure fun, right? And then same token, same flip of a coin. Dang, now I can't even remember where I was going with that because I just remembered something else. Dang, I hate when I that's actually the first time I ever lost my train of thought like that. Um,
It happens.
yeah. When it comes back to me, I'll get to it. But yeah, there was something there. There was something there.
well, I
But
I
when I come back, I got you. I got you. I'm sorry.
well with us, we again, it was just Smash 4 was like the perfect time, perfect place. Um and so not only, that we had it on the 3DS version, but I was one of the few people that owned a Wii U. and
Yeah.
and like
yeah,
and in our friend group, it was literally just like me and Little Mike. We was like the only ones that had a Wii U. So Smash Brothers was big only because we were like the only two people that had it, and it would not be uncommon, in our off season, that would be like 12, 13 of us piled into a room just playing 8-player Smash, and it was just like bottom four get up, next four come in, and like it got sweaty because of that.
it
I'm
did.
so sure.
Um, I just have a lot of great moments of just memories of us just yelling, screaming at the game. Um, certain matchups because certain characters were just broken. Um,
Hell.
Oh,
like
I saw Bayonetta. Just that was
Yeah.
something else.
And back when you didn't like when we didn't know how to deal with Little Mac,
oh my
Little Mac,
god, yes, Little Mac, he was a problem. God, he was a problem
The
when
end of my existence in that game.
yeah, at launch, Little Mac was so terrible. And like my roommate at the time, Charles, he would just wreck house with Little Mac. And like
That's wild.
you just get so angry because it's like certain matchups you just couldn't do anything about it.
Right.
You were just destined to lose.
That was it. Like that's
it's over with.
I think also one of those issues with Smash 4 was like the ceiling was so low. Like
Yeah,
you can just like for example with Donkey Kong, you can hit the player a couple times, grab them, up throw, and then do the ding dong, and then that's
and
it.
then
You're
that's
done.
it, their game, and there's
Yeah,
nothing they can
that's
do.
game. Like you don't
And
got to
then
do anything
nah,
else. You know what I mean? Like
and
it
then
was. I think that was the
nah.
thing that for me, I was just like, I kind of really don't want to touch this game if everybody's doing this type of shit here.
Bruh, that did
Yeah.
had Smash 4 was the introduction to a lot of things, but one especially being Smash bullshit. I coined the term. That's some Smash bullshit. Um, Ultimate still has a good bit of it, but Smash 4 was infamous for it, boy, and I lost several a competition to it because Smash 4 was my introduction to the competitive scene of Smash. I was no longer playing super casual.
Right.
My roommate my freshman year had a Wii U and he had Smash, so me and him would go at it all the time. I just kept getting better and better and better. And then I have a lot of friends that played the game. I go over to their rooms, play the game. I was pretty good at it. Then we'd have those sessions in Brian's room, play the game. It was a couple of us that always ended up on top. Um, and yeah, we just had so much fun with it. And that was like I no longer play with items, and I know just from seeing like watching other YouTubers and just while just meeting other people and talking about it, Smash Four was the introduction to the competitive scene for a lot of people.
Mhm.
Agreed.
The competitive scene really for that game really blew up, even though it wasn't nearly as fast as like Melee. It was a lot floatier. Smash 4 is probably one of the slowest Smash games out there. I think it might even be
It's
slower than
nah.
Brawl.
It's definitely faster than Brawl.
Yeah, Smash
Ah,
4,
Go
since it
back
was
to Smash 4 after playing Ultimate, and oh my god.
Yeah, but then go to
It,
Brawl after that, and you're gonna feel the difference.
right, I can say that like Smash 4 more so the Wii U version, like that, the real game, not the 3DS version.
right.
Um, that was the first game that you know I was legitimately learning other fighting game mechanics that would carry over into other fighting games that I played, like
yeah,
learning frame data
the
and
same,
buffering of moves and stuff like that.
same.
Right.
So that was like Smash 4 was the first game in the series that really got me into like learning characters and learning how to actually play Smash. Because since Melee has its own established, like, way of how the movement is and how the game plays, and so does Brawl. But Brawl is by far from the base game Brawl is far from being competitive in any way, shape, or form.
Right.
um, 4 was one of those ones where I was like, I could get down with this. I don't mind actually, trying to be good at the game momentarily since everybody around us had the game. I mean, I would try doing the same stuff that I've been trying to do on the Wii U version on the 3DS, and that shit did not work.
Yeah.
But when I like practice consistently on trying to do stuff, like and actually learn the game somewhat. I mean, I didn't play as much as everybody else, but I still played when we were having those like 8 people sessions and like or we were running like 1v1s and stuff like that. Then
Mhm.
yeah, I was trying to actually like learn what was going on. And so Smash 4 was one of those weird anomalies for me where it was just like I can dig this. This is actually pretty dope. I see what the hype is now because, you know, there's a lot of people more than ever are playing the game now, especially with the access to a slightly better online, better than Brawl. I can play against, somebody in the States or across the world with like 200 ping and it's okay. But I got to play online. Um, and it was an experience. It wasn't something that wasn't enjoyable because I damn sure enjoyed playing with everybody. But it was just like
You
I
didn't have to
wasn't as
force
good
it.
as everyone else, so I would always be one of the ones that like reluctantly jump in, knowing I'm about to get my ass handed to me by 7 other people.
Red, listen, first of all, you didn't even have to say anything about the 200 ping. I felt like that shit was like 400 sometimes. I
Oh
mean, like,
my
like
god.
even in Brawl, right? And then also seeing other people like just make YouTube videos online, just playing like for either for glory or for casual, whatever I can't remember like how it was in the online system. I think that's what it was.
It was for glory and
It,
something else.
yeah, yeah,
It was
yeah.
for fun and for glory.
Yeah, for
Oh, it
fun and for
literally
glory.
said for
Yeah.
fun. It literally said for
Yes.
fun.
For fun. Like, don't even try to play this
Wow.
competitively. This is
Dude,
your mode
dude,
right
I
here.
remember seeing like a couple of people like you get on and it's just 3, 2, 1, and then there's like a weird like pause, and then like you start moving or trying to wave dash, and you're just kind of like frame per frame, just like, oh shit, like what do I
Yeah,
do
you're
here?
watching a whole PowerPoint
Yeah,
presentation. Like,
yeah, no, nope.
And then it says internet connection failed, and then it boots you back to the goddamn title screen.
mhm.
That is
Not the multiplayer screen, the title
The
the
title
screen.
title
screen.
screen.
Like, you're not going back to Q. You're going back to the beginning of the game.
And then you got to
Oh, that
reconnect to
was a fun.
online and go back to God. Um, small Smash. I don't know why. I know, but I don't know. I don't know why Nintendo tries to do shit their own shitty way when they just use a streamlined system for matchmaking, like how everybody else fucking do it. Make different playlists. Make different play like you. If they want to go ranked, they can go ranked. If they want to go casual, they can go casual. Smash Four kind of did that with For Fun and For Glory. We're gonna get to Ultimate in a second
Uh-huh.
because I have a lot to fucking say about Ultimate. But
Hold
but
your peace.
Yeah.
yeah, just have different playlists. Make a friend system to where I don't have to give you some long ass friend code. Just make it so I can send you a request. I can invite you to the game.
I gotta say,
Uh,
well, we're in Nintendo territory at that point, and not even necessarily Smash.
yeah, that's facts. That is facts. But sheesh, like
Hey, but at
I
least you got you got
Smash
to
could
play
be so
online.
much better if things were just if they just worked the multiplayer out better and they just got rollback netcode.
You know what else has worked surprisingly well on on the 3DS version of Smash?
Hmm.
Local play.
Yeah,
Like connected with somebody that's literally right next to you
it was pretty good.
was
Yeah,
super fucking clean and smooth.
yeah, it was.
Like if it's almost like
Agreed.
you were playing on the same, like if y'all were sharing a TV and it was LAN,
Yeah,
that's what it felt like.
and you could do that shit on Smash Run too, and it was so much fun.
Yep.
Now,
So
I
I
don't know
give
why
credit where
Smash
credit is
Run
due.
didn't take. Smash Run was easily one of the best modes they ever made, and I don't know why they didn't bring a return to it. They could have brought it back, remixed it up a little bit, added some different maps, added some different game modes, added some different mechanics, like, and just went hand with it because everyone loves Smash Run. There's not a single person I met that did not like Smash Run.
it's a legitimately fun because it was like it scratched that itch of Subspace Emissary without Subspace Emissary.
Hmm.
um, now I don't know if y'all remember the like a lot of I don't want to say controversial issues, but there were some issues like leading up into the launch, and at launch. Um, so one of them being, and I think everybody can say this, Smash feels very weird without a Nintendo GameCube controller. Like it just feels unnatural if you're
Yeah,
not using a GameCube controller.
agreed.
And it was like with the Wii, it was fine for ball because the Wii literally had GameCube ports on the top of it. So it was like, okay, you just plug your GameCube controller. And you could play on the Pro controller, on the Wii's Pro controller, which felt weird. You could play with the um nunchuck and Wiimote, which felt awful. Or you could play with just the I think you could play with just the Wiimote, which again felt
Yeah, you could.
awful.
Felt
I
awful,
have
abysmal.
I have a controversial opinion.
Oh.
Hmm.
Just slightly. I personally really liked playing on the Wii controller. I don't know what it is. The Wii controller, and also just I playing everything with separate hands. Even in Ultimate, before I actually switched to playing with the Pro controller, I was also playing with the Joy Cons like separately because it just kind of reminded me of playing with the Wii, with the Wiimote and stuff. So I mean, for me, I thought it was fine. And it felt nicer instead of always having like I guess a lot of pressure just in the middle here. But I mean that's just me.
Well,
It just be like I don't
More
know
power
about
to
everybody
you.
else, but I personally really like playing with the other controllers, like other than like the GameCube. I don't know what it is, but like now it's fine, but before my hands like felt a little bit too small for the GameCube controller.
I
So yeah, I mean for so the other ones being nicer to be able to have like a nicer grip, I was like, okay, this is cool, you know what I mean? But that's just me.
well, I say that to say this because Smash Four was the point of like absolute ridiculousness when it came to controllers
Yeah, I agree.
because it was since it was essentially a sequel to the Wii.
Mm,
You could literally play Smash Brothers with the Wii remote, the Wii remote with nunchuck,
mm,
the uh the Wii Pro controller, the Wii U Pro controller, the
yep,
gamepad,
yep.
freaking the what's I'm gonna call it, the Nintendo 3DS could serve as a controller.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, I
Oh
forgot
my
about
god,
Pretty much.
it. It was
bruh.
terrible.
I remember I remember Smash 4. We did this tournament. There was the biggest event I did with Smash 4 was at Cook when we was at Cookman. We had a Smash tournament against Embry Riddle. We assembled a team. They assembled a team, and we went to this gaming lounge, and we had a legitimate tournament. We were dominating except for one. They had one hard carry. He main Sonic. He was crazy good, and he played with a Nintendo 3DS. I
Oh,
felt disrespected, but I couldn't
Jesus.
beat him. I know
Jesus.
none of us could beat him, and that's the
That is
thing.
wild.
We were beating everybody except for him. We were winning every match, but then he steamrolled through all of us.
Yep.
And
That's
I'm like,
funny.
what?
Yep.
Because he
Yep.
had a 3DS. He had a 3DS, not a 2DS, and not the XL. He
he
had
had a
the
regular.
small, original, small ass 3DS.
Man, when you get comfortable with something, you just don't switch. That's what it is.
That's what it
It
is.
just is what it is at that point. When you get comfortable, you don't switch. If whatever it takes, if this is the way that you like playing, that you're just gonna figure it out.
That's
Get it.
facts. And the only other controller I was comfortable with playing Smash besides GameCube was the gamepad, was the Wii U gamepad. I don't know why,
Yeah,
but
you were always
yeah,
the one that was like, I'll be fine with the gamepad. Most other people did not want to mess with the gamepad.
yeah,
Mm,
it was comfortable. That's one thing I liked about the Wii U. That I liked the gamepad.
Right. I didn't mind the gamepad. It actually sat well in my hands, so I didn't
It
mind
felt it. I honestly, it felt better than the Nintendo Switch too, like detached,
Well,
it. Really?
in my opinion.
the other thing was, yes, the last option that you could do was the GameCube controller. But I don't know if a lot of people remember this. There was a huge problem at launch because you had to get that USB adapter for the GameCube adapter, and
oh.
luckily I was like, I had the foresight to tell myself, hey, let me buy the ultimate pack, which included the GameCube controller, the game, and the USB. And I think it was like $80 or something like that. I'm so glad I did that because for months you couldn't get GameCube controllers because they got sold out, and you couldn't get the GameCube adapters because those were sold out. And it was so bad to the point where third parties had to start making GameCube adapters because Nintendo couldn't fulfill the demand for them. And like, with our setup, it eventually became that because I only had that one GameCube adapter. So it got to the point where like when we were trying to play 8-player Smash, it would be like, all right, four people's on the GameCube controllers, somebody's on the Wii U gamepad, somebody's on the 3DS,
Right, right.
somebody's on the Wii Mote and nunchuck. Like it was so weird how many
But
control options was going on.
but you had to give kudos to the versatility. You can use and it didn't really switch to Nintendo Switch. You could do that same shit.
Hmm.
So
Thankfully.
that was one controversial thing, was just how inaccessible it was to get a GameCube adapter. And for a lot of people, it was like that was a central part. Um, Other thing that I don't know is just kind of weird when we think about it. Ice Climbers wasn't in Smash 4.
They weren't. because
I
eight-player
didn't know
Smash
that
would have made the Wii U explode.
No,
Um,
it wasn't that. It was the 3DS. That was a problem.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right.
what there was a move for ice climbers that literally was just the thing that was banned from like all competition. I can't remember. It was like a grab hold, and then afterwards you let them
Yeah, the
go, and then you have to
wobble,
hold
the
them again. The
wobble.
wobble. There we go. The
Yeah.
wobble.
Yes,
Could
all
it could it be
melee.
because of that?
No, it
No,
was
melee. It's not illegal because it's hard to do.
well the problem with Ice Climbers was that apparently it was something because the 3DS is so underpowered, and it was something about like the CPU or whatever that basically it was too much stress on the system itself having both Ice Climber characters on there. Um, and they didn't want to have a situation where one version has that character and the other version didn't, so they like completely scrapped them out entirely. And I don't know a lot of
Okay.
people who mained Ice Climbers, but there were definitely people who were aggravated because of that. Um, but because of the limitations of the 3DS, that also brought some other issues too. So like Ice Climbers was just the top of the iceberg, but because of that weird, CPU limitation with the 3DS, that's why Sheik and Zelda was separated into separate characters. Um,
True.
and that's also why Pokemon Trainer as a character was eliminated, and you only got Charizard out of that
Hmm.
because again, it couldn't handle the quick switching of the characters.
Right.
And same with Zero Suit Samus, how she became her own character because of that. Because it used to be hard to get Zero Suit Samus. Like you had to have to pull off Samus's Final Smash
In
in
order for you to
match,
get it, yeah.
right?
I didn't know that. Why
Hmm.
is that such a weird stipulation?
It's been like that. I remember like if you didn't have the smash the final smash ball, you were not playing Zero Suit. Period.
Yeah, you
Like it's
weren't.
just not possible.
People try to make up like, oh, you can spawn as Zero Suit if you do this button combination, and then no, that shit was fake.
Nope.
I never played Samus,
Zero.
so
Nope.
I didn't know that.
That was the thing.
There's something else weird with the leading up to launch. Um, God, I can't remember off the top of my head. Um, but overall, it was again, I enjoyed Smash Four for what it was.
Hmm.
It's probably my most played Smash game just because of the community around it at the time. Um, what were y'all's mains for Smash Four?
Me, I got a lot more because there were so many characters in Smash 4 that I picked up a lot of people. Um, of course I went back to the basics. They added Dr. Mario back, and gotta pick my main back up. Um, so
Fair.
Dr. Mario is one of them. I picked up Rob, and I got good with him. I didn't play Rob and Brawl, but I picked him up in Smash 4 and been running with him since.
Nice.
Who else did I main? I mained Corrin. Don't
Corn.
ask why. Yeah, Corn. I don't ask why. I just did because I was like, I don't have a sword character. Let me just pick one up. And I just literally rolled the dice and pick. You know what? Why not Corn? Because I'm that dude is like, oh no, I don't see a lot of people play him, so let me play him. And then I find out why nobody plays him. I picked up
Oh
Villager
man.
as well. I picked up Villager
Oh
as
my
well.
god, I hate playing you as Villager.
Bruh,
Oh
I
my
love
god,
it.
I hated playing
I,
you
I
as Villager.
I picked up Villager and
Oh
ran
my
and
god.
still running with him. Villager's one of my top main.
God, he's so annoying playing Villager.
Oh no, like Brian, you already said it for me because I'm about to say like Max, you're the reason why I stopped playing Smash because you play fucking Villager. Like it's literally
That's
unfun.
so
Like you
bad.
take all the enjoyment out of the game when you play Villager.
Oh my god. It's like that?
Because
It's
I
Yes,
lock
terrible.
you down.
It's
What?
so
Play? Let's
Oh
play.
my
terrible.
it's
We
not
god.
gotta play
fun.
some.
I'd
We
rather
gotta
play fucking Dark Souls for the first time again than play against Max
Dark
any
Souls
day
for
of
the
the week.
first.
That
Dark
shit is
God.
Souls
not
for the
fun.
first time was fun. Let's not lie like it wasn't fun.
That
But
shit is not. Or excuse me, Dark Souls 2 for the first time.
yeah, okay, understandable. But yeah, yeah, we can play Kofang. We can play some games after this. After we're done streaming.
Yeah,
Cole
yeah.
gonna do it.
I'm down. I'm down. I'm down.
He's gonna make
I
you
got
on his
some time.
call. I stopped
Bro,
playing for
listen,
like
I promise you, I play with a lot of people. More especially I have one friend of mine who literally just doesn't stop trying to make me look like a fool on my own stream. So I mean
Oh,
like there's nothing that's gonna make me really quit Smash like that. I said it once that I was gonna. But that was when Sephiroth came out and everybody was just spamming the B, the neutral B, and I was just like, bruh, this is literally impossible. No, why would
Bruh,
anybody put this in here?
bruh,
How does this do
Villager hard
65%,
counters that
bruh?
shit. Villager hard counters that shit. I just pocket it. I just put it in my
It's
damn
so
pocket.
funny. It's so
literally.
funny. Like after, like after playing with it for a while, I was just like, okay, this is actually not that bad. And more especially after they, like nerfed him a little bit. You know what I mean? Just kind of it. The thing is with every DLC character, they got to buff him up. So, um, yeah, after they you rounded everybody out, I was just like, all right, cool. This is not too bad. I'm chilling with this. But no, what that I think at that point that was for me. Like I was just like, I'm not ever playing freaking Smash ever again because y'all are dumb and y'all don't know how to play. Y'all literally spam shit all day. You only know one button, and that is B, and that is it. Don't talk to me. It's
Uh,
getting boring playing after a little bit, but yeah.
um, for me, as we wrap up the for Smash Brothers 4
Boring,
discussion,
yeah.
we'll get to Deontay in a second. Um, my mains were still Sonic. Um, I and back onto Dr. Mario as well, but I really like playing Duck Hunt. I loved playing Duck Hunt because he's
Oh, I'm so
such
sure.
a troll. Duck Hunt is such a troll, especially when you had that
Yep.
canister, that gas barrel or whatever,
Hmm.
and people are just like fighting it out on the other side of the map, and nobody's paying attention to you because you're Duck Hunt, and you just spam that thing and just start blowing people up from halfway across the map.
That shit is so funny.
Um,
I can attest to Brian. Brian already knows. Brian and Max knows. Smash 4, that was it.
I like Lucina, um, because she was the weaker of all the Fire Emblem characters, but she felt the fastest. I really like playing with Lucina. Um, for whatever reason, Smash 4 was also when I picked up Link, and I started using Link way more than I ever did. Um, I don't know. I guess in the other games he just felt really heavy, and I didn't really like him. But I don't know. He just felt perfect for me in Smash 4, so I really gravitate towards
Right.
Link.
That's fair. Just so we're all clear, I literally only picked up Smash 4 like twice, like I said, and both times when I played, I was Lil Mac, and it was fun.
Okay.
It was fun, but I mean, like I there was just something about the feeling of it that I was just like, I'll skip out on this. And not only that, but I mean, I didn't even have the Wii U in the first place, and even if I did, I feel like I still would have skipped out on Smash 4, personally. But
I,
that's just me.
I think Smash 4 was definitely the system seller for me to get a Wii U. Um,
Yeah,
Yeah.
same.
because I bought my Wii U like a month before Smash came out.
Between that and Mario Kart and Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, well, I didn't play Breath of the Wild many years later. Um,
Mario Kart is different, bro.
and so like Mario Kart 8, I bought that bundle with the Wii U, and I bought it like literally 1 month before Smash came out, uh, in anticipation for that.
Mm-hmm.
Deontay, what about you? What about your mains?
Oh, Duck Hunt, baby.
No Duck Hunt, man.
Duck Hunt, baby. Duck Hunt was the most fun character I have ever played in Smash. Between and him and I'm trying not to die fighting Mega Man right now. Him and Yoshi. Yoshi was really fun, and Sonic. New Sonic, the way Sonic controlled in 4 versus how he controlled in Brawl are different enough to where Smash 4's Sonic just feels right to me.
Right.
Oh,
Like he controlled tighter and like his movement felt a little bit more fluid. Like you could stop on a dime and actually be able to move correctly.
yes, I
Mm-hmm.
agree. Um,
Um, but I definitely had way more fun playing Duck Hunt. Like just I know he's a really spammy and shitty character to like kind of play against when it's like multiple people playing, but when you're in a 1v1 situation, it's a little bit harder to play play with because people just jump on you.
Now,
And if you play against villagers, it's just you lose all the time.
Yeah.
there's one other character I want to mention before we move on. Um, I don't know if y'all remember this, but Meta Knight was completely broken in Brawl.
Oh,
Yes.
100%.
We
Like
did forget to mention that, huh?
he was awful. Like it was just like you pick Meta Knight, you win. Um,
Yep.
but they nerfed him so much in 4.
Man,
Yeah,
but
but
he
it's
was
arena
still
half
pretty
that.
fun to play. I
He was
remember,
fun to play, but it wasn't like guaranteed wins anymore.
yeah, it wasn't, not at all. I played a lot of competitive on the DS. Like during the summer, I would go on my DS and just go on for glory and whoop ass. And I picked up Meta Knight for a good little while. And I used to whoop ass on online as Meta Knight, and I was like, this is actually pretty darn fun. And then I realized that he has a lot of weaknesses. And when I fight somebody that's actually good, I get my shit thrashed. I'm like, I don't think I want to play this character
That
anymore.
is wild.
And I did not pick him up in Ultimate.
So,
Like you made a
There you
clear
go.
decision.
right.
Hmm.
Well, let's move on to Ultimate.
Wait,
Uh,
before we do, I gotta one thing I almost forgot to mention in Smash 4. I loved the advertising for Smash 4. Oh my God, the settle it and smash, that whole thing. I remember I was saying that shit for a while. Hey, let's settle it and smash, corny ass. Uh, but yeah, I absolutely loved the advertising for Smash 4. Honestly, the best out of any Smash game.
That's wild. That is wild. I do have to say that.
okay, so moving on to Smash Brothers Ultimate. Here's my little blurb on it. The last release in the franchise, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, lives up to its namesake, providing the ultimate Smash Bros. Experience.
uh,
um, in, in the fact that it includes every single character from the Smash Brothers series, well as a handful of brand new characters. Um, this game was a huge success. It released December 7th, 2018, and sold over 24 million copies, um, making it the best-selling game in the franchise. And somebody might have to fact check me on this, but if I'm not mistaken, it also made it the best-selling fighting game of all time.
I
probably.
gotta
I
I
mean,
gotta
for right
I don't
now.
know.
I mean, technically, for right now,
I I
that kind of makes sense.
I think that was the stat. Because historically, fighting games never sold a ton. They usually did okay or well enough, but 24 million is absolutely bonkers.
That is bonkers. But then again, it is also a party game.
This
It's the Smash party game. It's 2 in 1 because Smash. That's one thing I love about Smash. It's so versatile. It has the competitive scene, but it has the super casual scene too. Literally anybody can pick it up and have fun
right.
with it.
Smash Ultimate boasts an insane 89 character roster. Uh,
That's
100
nutty.
it's ridiculous. 103 stages. Well over 1,000 tracks of music. Um, and just from a standpoint of value, it is ridiculous how much just pure content is in the game with because of stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of new characters, despite it having literally every character from the past games, they've also added a bunch of new characters. Um, Daisy, Piranha Plant, King K. Rool, Ridley, Dark Samus, Incineroar, Chrom, Bailiff, Isabel, Pyra slash Mithra, Inkling, Min Min, Kin, Sephiroth, Simon, Richter, Joker, Hero, Banjo Kazooie, Terry, Steve, Kazuya, and the last one, Sora. That's a lot of characters.
That is a lot of characters, bro.
I I remember when we first saw the reveal for Smash Brothers Ultimate, and everybody was like, "Oh, it's just gonna be a port of Smash Brothers 4 because
That's what I thought.
that's what Nintendo was
Mhm.
doing a lot. Mario Kart 8 was just a port. Uh, there's like many other like Wii U ports like Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze and uh, Tokyo Mirage Sessions and New Super Mario Brothers. Like there was a lot of Wii U ports, which was understandable because Wii U did not do good for Nintendo. So everybody was expecting, Ultimate to be a port of Smash 4 with a few new characters. But
Right.
I remember that trailer when it showed like all the characters and it just kept on going. And it was like this person's there, this person's there, this person's there, and then it just flat out said everybody's here.
Pretty
Like,
much.
this is all we got. This is the last
Bruh,
time we're ever doing this.
Bro,
Yeah.
there's a lot of people like I don't know what I was expecting, but it blew any expectation I could have had out the water. I see
Exactly.
everyone's back. I see my nigga Wolf back. I'm like, oh,
like
I'm
like even historically bad characters like Pichu was back.
And that dog shit.
Uh, he's still kind of bad.
When I
no,
saw
Pichu's
the
not
That's what I
boy
bad.
said,
came
that
back,
dog
Pichu's
shit.
I was really happy about it until I started playing him, and I was just like, oh, not like this. Oh no. At the very least, he was there, so I was like, oh, that's nice.
I just remember just I remember Maximilian Dude. He did a YouTube video, and he was just like, "Do you realize how crazy this is? Like having Smash Brothers, where Nintendo's supporting it, they're getting new DLC characters, and everybody's in it." He's like, "This is not going to happen again. There's no way that we're ever going to get a
Mhm.
Smash Brothers with all of these characters, with this much pandering to fans, with this much like content, and it literally lives up to his namesake of being the ultimate version of Super Smash Brothers."
Agreed.
That's facts.
That's facts.
So me personally, I of course I bought it at launch and played it a lot. Um, but I haven't played Smash Brothers Ultimate as much as I did 4 because again 4 was just the right time and place. Um, I became very casual with Ultimate, despite it being the best online as well. Um, but I was just not in an environment where it was just like a lot of people locally to play with. So I kind of backed off a little bit on Smash Brothers Ultimate. But I definitely know Brenda and Max, y'all have a lot to say about Ultimate.
Boy,
Oh yeah.
do I.
Oh yeah.
Do I. Where to start? Fuck. Ultimate, after Smash 4, I played it. That was my start to competitive Smash. But there was a certain point in time where I lost the drive to want to play Smash 4. I think
Mhm.
along the time where a lot of people did. There was a lot of other games that came out. I know Dragon Ball Fighters came out, and I was playing a lot of that. I'm not good at that game at all. I'm not good at fighting games, despite the fact that I'm good at Smash.
Mhm.
Um, so I was like, and I thought for a while, what are they going to do with Smash? The Switch is out. The Switch been out for a while with no Smash game. I thought they were just going to, if they were just going to port Smash 4 to the Switch, I would have been like, I wouldn't have really had that much drive to get it. Then they did the thing. They showed the reveal trailer with the two damn Inklings, and then I see the Smash logo. You see Breath of the Wild Link in the background. I'm like, oh, it's about to go down.
Oh yeah. 100%.
Yes.
I think that
So
reveal was just amazing. I do agree. But please continue.
yes, it was awesome. So you find we gotta get the trailer. You see Mario come in, then you hear the theme. I'm like, oh, and like I'm actually have tears coming down from my face. You see characters come by. You see Young Link. You see Wolf. You see fucking Pichu. I'm like, oh my god! Like I can't wait for the game now. Now I can't wait for the game. The game finally arrives. I didn't have it for a good while at first. I was still at Cookman when the game came out,
Mhm.
and a few friends. I played it with a few of them, so I didn't play it a lot. But then once I graduated, got my own Switch. Then I got a copy of Ultimate. Then I really took off with it. I played online, and I was exclusively playing competitive, like no casual shit allowed. Um,
Allowed.
Wow. Damn.
yeah, no casual
I
shit
did not
allowed.
know it was like that.
Yeah, I played my mains at first. I only had like four. I made Dr. Mario. I made Rob. I main Villager, and I main Corrin.
Corn.
Corrin. I at some point I picked up Lucario because I was like, and they've been here since Brawl. Lucario. So I picked up Lucario. Lucario was the hardest thing in the world to learn. God, I took so many L's learning that character. Fuck, I don't want to relive that.
Makes
I don't.
sense. I mean, the more damage you take, the more powerful you get. So trying to keep that level of just having like the right amount of percentage and then also trying not to die, like
Yeah,
by doing something really really simple, like it definitely takes a lot of attentiveness to play Lucario. I do
it
agree.
surely does. He
It's a
turns
lot.
into a glass cannon because it no damage and you can't kill shit.
Yeah,
So you have to take damage in
you
order to
have to
get
take
kills.
damage. Yep.
You have to. They're not only that, but they're extremely floaty, extremely fast, and the recovery is easy to. It's easy to rocket yourself off the fucking cliff
Right.
with Lucario. So Lucario was hard to learn. I realized soon that Corrin was ass. I dropped Corrin like a hot topic, and I was like, now I need another sword. Now I need another sword character. Who to pick? Am I gonna pick Fire Emblem 1 through 8?
One
Am
through
I?
eight.
um, Am I gonna pick one of the links? No, I'm going to be unique and do the max thing and pick me sword fighter. Note, I regret nothing because and my me sword fighter is my strongest main now, and I dog and like I frequent a lot of streamers. I frequent a lot of their streams, and I just go and wreck shit in their streams. And me sword fighter hard carries me. I'm not even gonna. My me sword fighter is my best character at this point,
Wow.
which is kind of sad, but
That is wild
I
to me,
regret.
honestly.
But yeah, Ultimate is a lot of again. The back to the topic of Smash bullshit. Ultimate has its own slew of Smash bullshit. Every character that Smash is one of those characters you can't get mad because some bullshit happened to you because more than likely you're doing some bullshit to the other person. Every character has their own slew of bullshit. You just have to learn how to use it and optimize it, and you have to learn how to deal with it if it happens to you. Don't get mad, just deal with it. Even though I be getting mad all goddamn time, but I'm not gonna punch you in the
It's,
face. I'm
it's
Yeah.
gonna get
it's so funny with Max because sometimes we'll be on the PlayStation 4 party chat and we're just like hanging out, casually playing games, and we won't hear anything from Max for like 15 minutes, and we just hear him
Right.
yelling in
Oh my god.
anger.
That is terrible.
Seething with rage.
bruh.
Oh
Any
my
any
god.
competitive Smash player will tell you that them controller spikes compilations that you see, that there's a reason. There's a reason they spike the controllers because that
Oh,
shit is
that is my guilty pleasure, seeing them just like
but
destroy
it's
GameCube
hilarious.
controllers
Though
I
I
mean,
mean you know at this point I'll hold back because their controllers are expensive.
and hard to find.
But
It's like
yeah,
like if they made rubber controllers, like they make like rubber balls, so that way you can literally take the controller and just slam that bitch on the ground, and it just bounces back and smacks
I'll
you in the face.
yeah, I'll
That
see.
would
I'd
be
fuck
well, you
around
would
and do
have
that. I was
at
just
that
about to
point you would
say,
have to get a grip. At that point you would have to get a grip for your controller. Like and it has to be like one of those like OtterBox grips. You know what I
oh
mean?
yeah.
Like and I'm actually really really very surprised that OtterBox hasn't even taken the opportunity to do so. You know what I mean? I'm like at this point it's whatever. But
you get
I'm gonna
like a
wait to
yo-yo,
give my comments.
Get a
bruh.
yo-yo controller.
Get like you slam that bitch and it like extends back and then goes back to your hand.
Yeah,
You're like, all right, we back in this thing.
We back in this
pretty
bitch.
much.
You suck it up. But yeah, Ultimate has its own slew of bullshit. Every character, shitty little gimmicks. There's some characters that are nice and fair. If you main those characters, you're likely gonna lose because Smash is not a game about playing fair. It's a game about winning.
It's a game about playing with friends.
It's
Wow.
it's a game about
Wow.
winning.
Okay. Okay.
The salty,
I'm
I mean, the sweaty
Um.
comes out.
So I'll say, first and foremost, the moment that Smash Ultimate came out, it was literally one of the first things I definitely downloaded, other than having like Mario Kart. on my system. Smash was definitely like the second thing on there. Um and when I first loaded it, like I loved the opening was interesting. I loved it, but it was just like hearing them actually sing in English was like
Oh
and
yeah, that was the
that
first one
that
with the
that
English
kind of it
theme.
threw me so off. Like it was like one of those things I was like, I like it, but at the same time I don't know how to feel about it yet. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
But I mean, getting on with it, I played a couple of matches on itself, and I was just like, oh wow, this feels really like I don't know what it is about Ultimate, but it just felt really good. You know what I mean? I played with like a little bit of Mario and Samus, whatever, y'all, just all the basic characters, and then getting into the story mode. I played through the entire story mode. It was fun, but nothing will ever compare to the Subspace Emissary for me.
No, it won't.
Nothing. Period. I actually really, really, really loved the Subspace Emissary. Like it was actual real storytelling there instead of, like just kind of going through matches. But I mean, like it was a good try, you know what I mean? And it was actually really fun to play through. But in terms of like actual like storytelling, the Subspace Emissary was definitely one of the best on that one
I
in that. So
That just reminded me. That was the other thing, the other controversial fact about Smash 4 that I just remembered. It
mm,
was the fact that Sakurai it, it, nobody liked his excuse, but basically he was like, "Oh, we decided not to do cutscenes again or this big story mode because people were putting the cutscenes online or something ridiculous like that." And
Like,
like
of course they're gonna put this shit online. What?
and it was
It's
like
the internet, you fool.
it was such a weird comment because Subspace Emissary was so cool to see like all these Nintendo characters legitimately interact with each other, and like
mm-hmm.
there were high quality cutscenes, and like to cut that out in Smash Four and then going forward in Ultimate, it still never had a huge, big scale single player mode.
Yep,
Um, it was just a big disappointment like that, just because you know what it could have been.
you know what it could have
Yeah,
been.
it could have because the first cutscene they had was fully voiced, good animation. Like, come on, like you could have kept that up the whole time. Have actual cutscenes and have people interact with each other with full voice acting.
Now, I will say this: the the reveals for Smash Ultimate, they were always so much fun. Like
Because you were
whenever,
legitimately, I was wondering, who is it this time?
but like
Yes,
Nintendo
Mm-hmm.
made a actual event out of those because it was just like those cinematics for those reveals were so high quality,
they were.
and it was like you always on the your edge of your seat, like, all right, who's gonna be revealed? How they're gonna do this? And I gotta admit, video game companies leak information a lot. Nintendo did a great job of like not
Great job,
never
Akeem.
like leaking information about Smash Bros. Like
Yeah.
almost always it was a legitimate surprise when a
Yeah,
character got added to Ultimate.
and we had
Because
so many
Nintendo,
incorrect
Yeah.
leaks. There were so many
Yeah.
incorrect leaks. Leaks started. People stopped believing them. So it was legitimately random. Like we didn't know who was coming next.
I feel like that also must have been like planned too, for some reason. Like if somebody actually were to put the correct leak, they would like Nintendo would hire maybe like 10 or 11 people to just start
To make
putting
fake
real
ones.
That that
incorrect
would be
things so that way like you don't know which one is the right one. You know what I
and
mean?
that's incredibly smart. If they did that intentionally,
Yeah.
that's incredibly smart.
I feel like they might have done that because I mean that would be pretty much the only way to save face if that were, to be true. You know what I mean? So that's what I would imagine.
I mean, honestly, it's between that or Nintendo had those ninjas that were, they were scooping people up. Anytime any important information or
Oh
you weren't
man.
supposed to be doing anything that wasn't Nintendo.
Mm,
And can I talk about like the roster for a bit? Like
sure.
how ridiculous like some of these third party guests got. Like, some you could expect. Some, just depending on their Nintendo's relationship with other companies. But like
Mhm.
who in their right mind saw that Steve was going to be a character?
I
Uh,
honestly thought, listen, okay. Can I just say this real fast? If you
mhm.
guys go back and you watch the promo for Steve, Sakurai literally looks like he's in pain.
Yes.
Sakurai looks like he's
I
in
can't
pain.
believe
And,
I'm
and I
doing
mean like
this.
in real in real adamant pain about actually having to release this character. He was not happy about it.
Like,
And I have a feeling it's like literally the only reason why this character was added literally was because it was there had to have been some great sum of money to be able to convince Sakurai
Oh,
that this would be
absolutely.
a really good character to put in. And now it's like if watching people do competition like real competitive with Steve, it is literally out of this world. Steve is broken. And
Yeah,
but we can get to that and like we can get to actual roster like later. But just to comment on just Steve in itself, I know like somebody had to like really twist his wrist in order for him to put
Somebody was like,
Right.
"You're going to put Steve in the game, right, Mr. Sakurai?" He's like, "I really don't want to." You're going to put Steve in the game,
I
right?
think I think also just in my own perspective, because eventually I know we're gonna be able to talk about Sora, but the moment that I saw that Minecraft Steve, Microsoft Windows Steve was gonna be in there, I was just like, all right, so clearly Sora's gonna be in this bitch. I'm waiting. The time is ticking. I don't know when
Bruh,
it's gonna happen, but
at,
we're waiting on it.
bruh, at that point, I thought Master Chief could have been a reality. Like I really
right.
thought,
I was
bruh, I see
listen.
Chief in that bitch. Like
I had so
Spartan
many
one one
people tell
seven.
me, yeah, Master
Like,
Chief. I had somebody else tell me, oh, Goku's gonna be in there. I was just like,
nah, they
I
haven't
flipped
crossed
my
the
table.
anime
I was like,
threshold.
nah.
They
If you're
never
gonna tell me
crossed the
that
anime
bullshit, don't
threshold.
even
Yeah,
don't come at me, bro. Don't say that. Don't say that.
they
Not
never crossed the anime threshold. That's one thing they
please
never
do
did.
not.
It was always a game.
And it was like,
But shit, I thought Master Chief, and then you see like Doomslayer me costume. I'm like, yeah,
right.
I'm surprised we didn't get a Master Chief me costume, bro.
Bro, if we got Master Chief in there, that would be the third Microsoft representative, which is
Yeah,
so weird to say.
it's wild.
How many Square Enix representatives are in there?
Like a million.
Right.
I
Right.
think in total, what like four
It's
or five?
Sephiroth, Sora, um,
Cloud.
Cloud.
Sora, Cloud, Hero. I think also is Dragon Quest also from. I know, no, it's not. No, it's not. I
No,
just keep
that
thinking that they are because they're kind of drawn sort of the same. I can't remember what else though.
is it only really three?
Is it five? Wait, wait. I'm gonna just do I'm just do a quick Google search really fast.
Is
I
it
was gonna
really
say
only
And
something
three?
somebody
stupid.
after this, somebody look up the total amount of representation because there is in Ultimate, not just counting characters, talking the spirits, talking the trophies,
Oh
talking
yeah,
the
it's
well, yes,
ridiculous.
counting the spirits, counting
Oh
the
yeah.
music, counting the stages, counting every little thing. It's hundreds.
Now, on this still discussion of roster, I hate to be that person because uh, look, it's 89 characters. I'm more than happy with the amount of characters in there, and I hate to be that person, but like, oh well, why didn't blah 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 get in the game? I'm legitimately surprised Rayman was never added.
Or Crash.
Yeah, Rayman or Crash, but I'm like, these seem like the two most like obvious picks to be in Smash Brothers, just depending on because of their history with video games. How did
I agree.
Rayman and Crash Bandicoot not get into this game?
Especially when Crash 4 came out and the Crash trilogy,
Yep. I thought it
bruh,
was gonna be it for
I
that.
thought Crash was a sure show to show up at some point. I really thought Crash was guaranteed. But here we are, 2021. The last character came out. It's no Crash.
And like, how random is it that Kazuya and Terry, two
Bruh, I was
fighting game
not
Bro, when I
expecting
think
staples,
Kazuya, bruh.
me,
It's still jarring to hear Tekken music in Smash, bro.
that's what I was about to say. Like for me, y'all know that I love Tekken. So when that shit came out, I was completely flustered. I didn't know what the fucking thing. Like, why is this purple motherfucker in this game?
There's four representations for the Square Enix, by the way. I
okay,
just literally looked it up. Yeah. So a hero from Dragon Quest, Cloud, Sephiroth, and then Sora.
Yeah. Not to mention the costumes and the
Exactly. Not to mention the costumes, because then afterwards we're talking about something
Yeah,
different. But yeah, the
you got
characters that those are
costumes.
for.
You
figures
got
and
to look at the
stuff.
spirits too, because the spirits is easily the biggest amount of representation.
100%. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I
I guess
agree.
because there's spirits from Trials of Mana and Spirit of Mana,
Mhm.
Octopath, and Bravely Default 1 and 2, and
Mhm.
the slime from Dragon Quest, and two characters from Dragon Quest 10. There's a bunch of shit. The
Pretty much.
Chocobo stuff. Like, there's a bunch of stuff. Along with
Uh,
the hundreds of tracks of music, too.
mhm. I want to talk about real fast, like the competitive scene for Ultimate is ridiculous.
Yes, it is
Mhm.
very much so.
Um, it is something that for me, like it's one of those things. Is like you think that you can actually play well, and then afterwards you look at people compete, and you're like the floor is the ceiling for that is
The
it's
skill,
just
this
it's the gap is too
that's
much.
that's what I love about Smash. The
Wild.
skill floor is so low, but the skill ceiling is so high. Like
The gap
anybody
is
can get.
crazy. The gap is crazy, and you can and if you find like the right gimmick, with the right type of play style for you, because you don't necessarily have to play the same as another person, you know what I
You
mean,
don't.
obviously. But the moment that you find out what works best for you and what you want to continue with, it's over, you know what I mean, like to whoever. I mean, like if you let's take another person that I actually really like watching. There's this guy, his name is I can't remember. Oh yeah, wait, it's his name. Oh yeah, his name is Ben Gold, and he is a King K. Rule player. And King K. Rule, if I'm not mistaken, is like what, a mid tier. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Or even a low tier heavy that people really don't know how to use, but he makes that guy look like he's top tier. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And even against like people like freaking Sam Sora. I think if I'm not mistaken, he played Sam Sora, and Sam Sora has always played like a crazy and incredible Peach. He was able to beat Sam Sora, if I'm not mistaken, if I'm remembering that correctly. But like, it's wild. Like you could take whatever character. Obviously, there is like a tier list that a lot of people have. You know what I mean, and a lot of opinions. But I feel like honestly, if you can figure out the gimmick to whatever character you want to, and you can make it work against any other character or whatever other playstyle people have, then you have the gimmick to make it big in Smash. So I
Honestly,
mean, let's even also think about freaking Spargo, and Spargo's cloud is ridiculous. Like that guy is almost untouchable. Freaking MK Leo with like Joker, also Pyramithra that also came out as well. Like it's stuff that's kind of crazy, you know?
and
Um
it's bruh, and it's the trick to getting good at Smash is to learn the universal mechanics and get good at them. The
the
fundamentals.
fundamentals.
The fundamentals and the advanced tech. Once you get the fundamentals down, you can start getting to advanced tech like shit like B reverses, pivots, fucking fast falling, like
Mm-hmm.
shit like that. Like getting good and learning your character up and like base knowledge. Once you get all the base knowledge, fundamentals, and advanced tech down, you can be good with any character. Then you master your character. You find your own gimmicky ass play style, and then boom, you're good at the now. You're good at the game.
Yeah,
The
that's
game.
pretty true.
Time to go work on my fundamentals.
Your fundamentals.
Or as my college professor used to call them, your
Your
fundies.
fundies.
Your fundies.
Damn
You
fun.
gotta learn the fundies before you try to go online, or else you're gonna get fucking beaten to the floor. You're gonna.
Can,
Um
can we go back to guest characters?
yeah, sure.
Specifically for me as a person who had recently played the fuck out of this particular game before the character even got added to Smash. And then this man just shows up out of nowhere at the Game Awards to be revealed. Goddamn Joker. Like, how did
Mhm.
Sakurai just all of a sudden just say, "Oh yeah, we're putting another RPG character in here," and he's like the hottest RPG character game of all time right now. So here he is. He's in Smash.
Yeah,
I
he's
think
so
just like
casually revealed Joker. The
Yeah,
Joker
and
reveal
everyone's
was
like,
super
"What
casual.
the
I'm
fuck?"
just gonna say that Sakurai just does his research. That's all I gotta say about that. Like at the very least, this
He's
guy
like,
does
"I
his
really
research.
enjoy Persona 5. It's one of my favorite games of recent years." And you're just like, "Stop lying. You just talked to the people at Atlas. You did not spend 130 hours playing that damn game. Don't even lie to me. You only know one character, and that's the main character. But okay, at least you got good representation."
But he does a good job. They do an excellent job of putting that shit into Smash. Look at his final Smash. That shit looks like it's ripped straight out of Persona.
Exactly. Perfect.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
As a
Okay.
can we go casual? Because I'm one of those filthy casuals that's still unlocking characters as we speak right now. The whole time that we've been in
Sir,
the podcast.
you had many times,
Bro,
many.
you've had years to do this shit.
Hey, look, I have lost. Max, you literally took the wind out of my sails. You made me not even want
Damn.
to make characters.
Damn. Don't. I'm good at I play the game all the time.
It makes me
Don't,
sad.
don't me who is actually good at the game and competes. Don't let me, whose skill is way above yours, who that you don't touch the game that much, sway you from playing it. There was many a times where I was getting thrashed so fucking hard. I wanted to take my Switch and throw that shit out my second story window. I wanted to take the Switch and throw the shit out the second story window and go play like My Little Pony or some shit to go cool
Wow.
down. But nah, I stopped playing. I went back the next day. Sometimes I do get addicted, and sometimes I play a lot longer than I should and get myself a lot madder than I should. But sometimes I do legit like, okay, I'm done with this fucking game.
Yeah. I don't know. I just really like Ultimate.
I do too.
Yeah, it feels good. And then I think also just another point really fast. Um I kind of like and also don't like the GSP.
I think it's not a true representation
It's
of your skill.
it's
I
really
mean, but
not.
that
And
comes with
it
any.
feels really bad, you know what I mean? Like it because the thing is that you have to it's now like if you are a you have to think about yourself as a Wi-Fi player and then afterwards and then as a regular Smash player at that point, you know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
there is now a distinction between two.
yeah, there
I like
is.
if you look at, for example, any of Hungry Box's streams, you go and you listen, you know, like you listen to me talk about, oh yeah, man, I can't deal with like freaking Wi-Fi Steves or whatever, and you're like, Wi-Fi Steves, what? Like, there's a distinction between both, but then you realize, yeah, it makes sense because I mean, like, when you're on Wi-Fi, you know,
Oh, my headphones are about to
it's
die.
it's definitely a little bit of a different sort of gameplay that you got going on there because you also have to deal with lag and etc. and blah blah blah. So there's that.
And that's the
Which
unfortunate thing is like it is the most competent Smash Brothers online experience. That doesn't mean it's industry standards.
Yeah, it's still not that good, and everyone in the Smash Online is shit. And it's like, going on that same topic of like why versus like
Max, you're cutting out a
there's
lot.
I'm cutting out a lot.
Yeah,
Hello, testing, testing, testing. What about now?
you're fine. But say that like
is better now.
yeah, say like that last two
Um,
sentences again.
yeah, going on that same topic of Wi-Fi versus local. It's so bad that there's different tier lists for Wi-Fi and for local. Certain
Jesus.
characters are dog shit online, but are really good locally. Like for instance, one of my mains, Lucario, is pretty darn bad online because they're too hard to play. But locally, I whoop ass. Locally, Lucario is amazing, but online,
That's
Jesus
fair.
Christ.
That's fair.
Like so, characters that are a lot, characters that have lenient hitboxes, characters that you don't have to be the best at tech to play. Those are the online characters.
Yeah.
Characters where you can spam shit. You don't have to be a tech god. But the tech heavy characters, they rule locally. Like go to a local tournament and you'll get your shit kicked in.
Hmm. I agree. Um,
I gotta
I
say
also like
it's.
to say, oh, go ahead.
Oh, well, I was gonna say it's like it's kind of like fighting game matchmaking, and obviously Nintendo don't know what they're doing with it because the online is so finicky, for lack of a better
They
term.
need to make better servers. They've been needing to make better servers for this literally ages ago, and they gave us
Yes.
like an online expansion pack and no better servers for more money. And I'm like, why would you do this?
Right.
So yeah, I get it.
But
Uh,
like with Smash, it's like really weird because their MMR system is like the number is like way too fucking high for whatever reason. Like it's just ridiculous of how they're doing the ranking. There's no leaderboard, and you could literally probably just get like smurfed on very easily
mm-hmm.
Oh
by somebody
yes,
that's you'd think that they're in your fucking like MMR, and they're not. The number says 400K, but really you're probably playing against a streamer that was like, I'm gonna put up my alt account for today, and let me just go through this and like just stomp the lobby real quick.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. The concept of using an alt account for Smash is hilarious. First of all, but also the GSP system, it's broken because there's several reasons why it's not a true representation of your skill. Biggest one being little thing called preferred settings.
Preferred settings, exactly.
You can
Yeah, I
you
still don't
can put it
know
on a
how to
super
do it.
casual. You can put it on super casual, items abound, for people, and get your GSP up by winning that way. Or you can do what a lot of people do: put it on the 1v1, but put it one stock. So you just win that one stock, and your
Exactly.
GSP goes up. You like lame them out that one stock, and it's annoying because
Yeah.
it allows you to do shit like that. It's not like how Smash Four was. At least they had different playlists. So they had different playlists you can go to. Like you can go for fun, for glory, you can go casual or competitive. But this one, it's all the same shit. It's
Yeah.
preferred settings, and it just works with whoever. You're more than likely gonna get someone who's using the same preferred settings as you, but there's sometimes where there's not. You're not, and you get discombobulated because out of nowhere you're playing a super casual stage with items and smash balls and final smashes and like what?
It gets
It's
overwhelming.
jarring, especially once you get up to like the highest GSP and you see someone doing that. You're like, what the fuck? Like it's a lot more normal seeing that in the low GSP, but high where you get the super sweats, it's weird.
Yeah, no, that's understandable, dude. Um, I also want to say also, I definitely enjoy watching a lot of competitive online. Just if anything, just seeing like tournaments and etc. I
I'm the
think
same way.
uh
I much rather watch the game than
it's
play the game.
yeah, it's lately I'd rather watch it instead of play because it's a lot less stressful. You can still enjoy the
Mhm.
game and enjoy what's happening, but not have to contain and have all of the stress of actually trying to be good in front of other people. I think I don't know if any of you guys have any favorite, like players, but I don't know why, but like I think my like I love watching Hungry Box. I love watching MK Leo, like I keep saying. I like when Zero was active, I liked watching Zero. I know there's Esam. I don't remember if I'm subscribed to Esam, but I love watching him. I also follow him. Also, oh, he uh when Kazuya came out, he figured out a zero to death.
What?
I really mean it, like a true zero to death with all frame rates like made exactly where they need to be. It's ridiculous. Esam is crazy. But
Yeah.
he's so
That sounds
ridiculously
like
talented.
fun.
Like it's honestly crazy. Like and then there's also like I'm not sure if Samsora is still active, but when he was active, I know I was watching him a lot. And obviously Spargo. Spargo is, like freaking 14 years old, winning a whole bunch of these competitions and also on almost the same level, and if not maybe at this point, I don't know, higher than MK Leo. But to be starting off at that age, literally growing up on Smash like that, I can't imagine like where the ceiling is gonna be for this guy. He's almost untouchable. That's what, at least what he looks like. You know what I mean? So yeah, but for me, those are like one of my favorite players to watch. I don't know if any of you guys have any favorite players or any
Um,
other stuff.
I don't watch the super like pros too much.
Mm.
Sometimes I go on Hungry Box's streams just because I like Hungry Box's personality. He seems like someone I could genuinely like hang out and have a good time with.
Agreed.
Um, but a lot of those people that are in like a different tier, I don't know. I don't watch them too much because I'm good at the game. I can say I'm definitely above average,
Mm.
and I can like on the right day, I can probably place high in a tournament, if not maybe even win. But when it comes to an actual professional, when I fight someone who's actually above me,
Mm.
it's night and day. Like sometimes I get so big headed, and then I fight someone who's legitimately like amazing at the game, and I get humbled. I'm like, you know what? Let me shut the fuck up.
That's why
And
I don't say anything whenever I used to actually talk a lot of shit like with Smash, but then after and I'm not saying like being humbled because it's not every day that you come, like you come to terms with another person who's better than you, because that wasn't necessarily really my case, but just seeing others, you know what I mean? Like being better and doing things that you literally don't do. I literally said to myself that there's no way that I can say I'm actually really good at Smash. I don't like even saying it anymore now. Like I actually really say I'm okay. I dabble, like I do my best whenever I do play. And even if I do win or if I'm like on a winning streak or whatever, then I still, no matter what, I still say I just dabble in this game. I'm definitely not any of these other people who actually spend like millions of hours on this game. But uh yeah, no, but I understand what you're saying.
yeah,
I definitely do think though that like um seeing somebody play your character better than you also makes you want to do something better for yourself.
yes,
Yep.
yes,
So
yes.
I think I usually use that for research for myself.
And what's it
Um
called?
yeah, that's
Continue.
pretty much my thing.
Okay. I'm in this professional. I'm in this competitive Smash group on Facebook. There's like thousands of people in it, and often people share clips, or they like streamers stream, or people share tips. I remember I seen this one villager player that posted a clip the other day, and the shit he was doing. I'm like, damn, I need to start doing that. Like I see some of the shit they do, and I just from seeing that one clip, I'm now slightly better because now I'm doing something that I didn't even think to do, and it
Mhm.
wasn't even that complicated. It wasn't. It was just a certain way to up your off stage game, like shit like that. And now I suddenly like that I got a better at the game.
Yeah.
Um, Me sword fighter, not a lot of people play them, but there's this one person in um that Smash group that I play recently. They were pretty good. They were pretty good. They were almost at my level. I can't say they're at my level because I was whooping their ass, but it
Wow.
wasn't it
Brag
wasn't like
about it.
a it wasn't it wasn't like I was dogging them. All of the matches were close. They almost took a game from me, but me being me, I don't like to lose.
Right.
Um, but we had two different playstyles because the Mii's you can customize their special moves. We played two completely different plays. They use a lot more spacing. The way I spec mine, I'm more of a rush down. So I ultimately won that fight because I didn't let them use their spacing. I didn't let them spam their projectiles and stuff like that. I didn't let them space me out. But that didn't mean that doesn't necessarily mean they're better than me. If they were to change their move set to mine, they might win. Who knows?
Of course.
But yeah,
Um
it's good fighting people that play your characters.
of course. I actually even I have like two small little stories, and I'll say last time I played Smash on my channel, which is still up. I was actually watching Ben Gold do this thing with KK Rule where like he did some damage. I think it was like a person had to have been like at least like 70 or 80% damage in order for this to happen. But there is a way where you can freaking grab somebody, down smash them, and the down smash is a bury, a bury. You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
bury them, and then you do one jab, and then afterwards you can grab them again, down smash them, and then keep doing the same thing, just kind of doing like a wobble in that sense. And I was just like, I didn't even know King K. Rool can do this. King K. Rool, like the heavy that I've been playing like forever, he can do that? Are you kidding? I was like, what the heck? It was actually kind of crazy because I was just like, I've never seen this shit before. And I think the video that I saw was like maybe 2 years old. So I spent a good like a half portion of my stream just trying to at least kill in that way or make it happen, and also seeing if I could, kill in a different way where the little helicopter, which is his up B, right? He has a little helicopter to get back up where he needs to. You could throw somebody in the air at low percentage and then up B them all the way up to the ceiling, so that way they what's it called, they get KO'd, they lose a stock. And I was just like, I didn't even know that was a thing either. Super gimmicky, super bad, but I'm so sure like the moment that I learn it's gonna be over for everybody who tries to play me then. I still haven't learned it yet, but yeah. And then
I
there's
guess
another thing too, like I have a friend of mine who usually comes onto my streams. His name is Kazoo. I think if I'm not mistaken, Kazoo King. Yeah, Kazoo King. Um Also name is Brian, by the way. He
Ironic.
is a yeah, pretty much, yeah. He actually is an incredible Samus player. I will never ever be able to get my Samus the way that he has his Samus right now. Or maybe I can, but like that's if I really spend time like actually doing like frame data and etc. But I said to myself, you know something? Like I got tired of him beating me as like with his Samus. I said, you know something? Fine, I got you. I'm gonna learn how you play your Samus. So I go ahead and I choose Samus. I start, like I start picking up like what he's putting down and etc. So now whenever he has to play me and I play Samus and we're doing a Samus Ditto, he has to think differently about what he does because he's pretty much playing an amiibo. So I think honestly, like just taking from what other people do, making it your own, and also trying to do other stuff with that, I think is also really important. Like if you actually really want to be good at the game. So for me, that's honestly one of the reasons for why I love looking at the top players. It's literally for that reason, because you look at them, you're like, wow, like you didn't even know you can do that with this character. You know what I mean? And then also hats off to them because I could never sit there and do frame data like that. Like I don't think I would ever actually take Smash so seriously where I would actually like count frame data for stuff like this. I would just be like, yeah, no, this move comes out way too slow, instead of being like, yeah, this takes maybe like 11 frames. I hate this.
Yeah,
You know what I
I'm
mean?
not gonna
I
do that
can't beat
either.
that person.
I'm just
But
like, this is
I
faster
I
than that, so
understand
I'm
what
gonna
he's
do
going
that.
for. So hats
Yeah,
off to those people who do that. 100%.
I can't read frames. So I just said, "Hell, well, that move is too slow. So let's not do that
let's
again."
not do that anymore. That move sucks. It's too damn slow.
Pretty much, that's literally all it's gonna be. Like for me, I would just I can't do it that
I
way.
guess that's what's stopping me from going to the next level, but I don't really care to go to the next level.
Pretty much,
Because
man.
that's how it is. Like when I was really into Tekken 7, when I like some years ago, it was getting to the point where I was like discovering combos and stuff like that, and I was like, oh, I can do this. Nope, that doesn't work. Okay, well that moves too slow, and then I come to realize, is this the shit that people was talking about with frame data? And then here comes Tekken 7 with like 2 3 years later, they have a whole frame data update where now you can view the frames of the moves and every single move for every character, and I'm like, oh, I
Yeah.
don't care. I just want to see what I'm
I mean,
doing.
yeah, for
And I wish
competitive
that
players, it's super important, but like for people that just regularly, casually play the game, you can literally care less if that is a feature.
Yeah.
but I guess that's what makes Smash Ultimate such a unique case
Hmm.
for these kind of for a fighting game. I mean, because I don't know if the training. I think the training session has frame data.
I think it
No,
does.
it doesn't. The training, it doesn't have frame data, frame by frame mode. You can literally press a button and make it go frame
Frame by
by
frame, yeah,
frame.
yeah.
So
Oh
you
That's
can
pretty
wow.
much the
you can
feature.
Yeah.
count it. Yes.
Yep. Hmm.
Okay. Well then, like I said, that's even
It's
more
the
perplexing.
quote. Well, let me tell you now, the training is still very incomplete, and fans had to make one that's actually competent. So no,
Right.
Nintendo did not get it right. They just added a couple more things that made it better, but it's not. No.
It's not marginally better.
Hmm.
Gotcha.
It'd be like that.
That's gonna like because the kudos thing to Smash, or well, Smash as a series as a whole, because of how simplistic things may seem. Like when you're just picking up the controller and you just start pressing buttons and you see Mario throw a fireball, and you can run up to somebody after they get hit by the fireball and you kick them, and that excites people because they are doing things that are continuously performing an action that can actually lead to them winning potentially, versus all these other video games where you have to worry about frame trapping, you have to worry about backdashing, Korean backdashing, how many what's the startup frames for this move, how much it is for this one, and if I can add a closer to the end of this one. And Smash isn't really like that. Like, if you have very, like you were saying earlier, if you have very basic understanding of the fundies, and you have generally good spacing, and you just grind your character, you can be a good competitor. It's just
You can, and there's a lot of characters that
that
for those
facilitate that.
weaknesses. Yeah, there's a lot of characters like you don't have to be a tech god to be good with this character.
Yeah. So that's one thing I can appreciate with Smash. It's just that the game itself hasn't resonated with me because of its party game esque things, especially since, like, ever from the jump from 4 to Ultimate. One of the things that has, like, genuinely pissed me off several times over is dying at like 40 or 30
Because there's several
to
characters that can do that shit to you.
Yeah, because of like a character specific move, or the way that a sword has hit me and it causes me to go off the screen. Like, I get it. That's the game's identity. That's Ultimate's identity, and that's how, the game is played. But that shit is not fun half the time. Can I have my health bar go all the way down and know exactly why? Because I whiffed an attack, not because I K Rule's cannonball hit me. I was at 30 and it hit me on my nose. So now I'm going
No,
off stage.
because you did the right thing at the right time. Because you hit him first, but he has super armor,
Yeah.
so you lost the fight. Have I ever mentioned that super armor is the dumbest mechanic in a fighting game? Have I mentioned that before?
Maybe once or twice.
A couple of 30, nothing major.
Um, but I do want to kind of wrap up a little bit.
Okay.
Um, I just want to just get our last little thoughts on this last little piece. This was a quote from Game Informer from Sakurai during an interview, and the title of the article was Sakurai is not thinking about the sequel, but won't rule one out. Which I feel like he says after every Smash game.
Right.
But here's the direct quote. Um, I'm not thinking about a sequel, but I can definitely say that. But I can't say that this is definitely the last Smash Brothers. Um, and he's always like saying he's always like saying, "Oh, this is the last one. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm
If
tired."
anything else.
Right, right. But and the part of the article that he posted was, "I can't see any way to produce Smash Brothers without me. To be honest, I would like to leave it to someone else, and I've actually tried that, but it hasn't worked out. If we continue the series, Nintendo and I need to discuss and seriously consider what would how to make it a success." And like, it's both sad. Um it's both sad and reassuring at the same time, because it's like we know that he puts so much of himself
Into that
into
game.
into the series, into the game, to the points where sometimes it doesn't look like he's physically well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
There's been times where you like, whoa,
bruh,
you look funny.
I
And
got
Like, not
into
even
an
like, you just
argument.
look funny.
I got into an argument with someone in this Smash group I'm in about that. They were thinking this is very, like, that's very rude to what he's saying. Like, he's basically saying, it's arrogant, and they were misinterpreting it because it wasn't like this. They're saying it's arrogant as hell. He's basically saying that the work of his team is nothing. Is there nothing without him? I'm like, that's
no,
not how I seen it. Like, anybody that's in charge of anything, they'll let you know It's more so, he's the director of it. So the quality assurance, all of that, how things are done, the quality standard, it's all up to him. The
Mm-hmm.
vision,
Right.
it's all up to him.
Exactly.
So if him, which is working on passion, versus somebody else that were to take over, which I feel it's not gonna be passion, more so trying to uphold a standard,
Hmm.
it's different. Someone trying to uphold a standard versus someone who's working strictly off passion, it's night and day. Because it's the person working to uphold a standard, it's not their original vision. They're not doing it off of passion. They're doing it off of trying to
Necessity.
uphold. They're trying to, yeah, necessity. They're trying to make it look like how it looked in the past. They're trying to keep that same quality standard. But how do you do that when you don't have the original person? You don't have their brain. So I
Right.
feel if someone's gonna do Smash in the future, don't they should try to do it like how certain fan projects do it, like how the team with Sonic Mania did it. How they try to they do it their own way. It's still, you still can tell it's the original thing, but it
Mm-hmm.
has its own little flourish to it. It's
Hmm.
different, it's new, but different doesn't mean bad.
But
At
you got
least
to
if
remember
you
who we're dealing with. We're dealing with Nintendo, the people
that's
that love
facts.
to cancel fan projects on a heartbeat, on a dime.
Bruh, that's
They don't
facts.
care how good it is, how well produced it is, and
So
the love and care that is put into said project for free.
so
They
I'm
will get
saying
rid
I completely get it when Sakurai says this shit is the same with see it being good without me. I get it. Because when you're goaded, when you've made a world when you've made a world class product, how can you see it being that same standard without you?
Right. Yeah, it's definitely a catch 22 situation, double edged sword where you want him to legitimately do other things creatively. You want him to, you know, expand on what he wants to do in his career wise, and it's because it's so much to put into Smash, and just knowing, and he knows that if once they start up another Smash, that's another like 5 to 6 years of his life that's just gone.
it.
Yeah.
Right.
That's facts.
Where he doesn't get to be with his beloved Kirby.
And it's not even, I don't know if you guys have ever seen too, like he has a an interview, I can't remember with who, and eventually what I'll do is that I'll link it to you guys later. He has an interview with somebody and he was just pretty much saying that like what he does on his free time is that he just likes to drive.
Oh,
He
that's
just straight just
adorable.
gets in his car, he just likes to drive, and then afterwards he goes home and he plays, I guess, like other games or something,
I
but
feel that, bro.
but the
Because
thing is that the
sometimes
guy needs a break.
Yeah.
I
The
feel
guy
that,
needs
bro.
a real break.
A real
Maybe like
break.
and I also think too, like I was speculating, right, that the next console is gonna come out soon, but then I thought to myself, it probably actually might not even be a thing anymore because since they just released the other one, the OLED screen, they're not going to make a new console for any of the new games that are coming out, like for example Breath of the Wild 2 or Splatoon
It
3, I think that's one of
Yeah,
it.
if
no,
if
Yeah, like
no.
if anything, it's
I
just going to be an upgrade.
yeah, I would
Like, what?
actually
We're gonna get
really,
the
it would
Switch
be
2?
nice though. It would have been nice to see them actually like, because it's been a little bit over 4 years, or maybe getting to 4 years or five. I can't remember since when the Switch actually came out, and usually those are, title games that come out with, the Switch. So it's
Right.
kind of weird, seeing that, like, I mean, I think if I'm not mistaken, I still have a launch Switch. You know what I mean?
Same.
I'm still gonna be playing like Breath of the Wild 2 on my launch Switch. Like I don't have anything like I thought I was gonna be getting, or probably just in general, just maybe get another console for it or something. You know what I mean? Just to there's shits and giggles, but yeah. And I'm also been waiting, like this is also another separate point. I've been waiting for another Mario Kart because they didn't really give us a new Mario Kart for this console either. So I mean, there's just a lot of stuff that we've been waiting on that. But I
You
mean,
got
in
a
terms
new
of
Mario
Sakurai,
Kart. It's called Mario Kart World Tour. You put the toy in your room and you watch it
no,
go.
no,
Man,
no.
nah. Hell nah.
But yeah, no. I mean, it's a thing. Yeah.
But let's go ahead and wrap up because I'm looking at my
Yes.
recording right now and we're almost hitting an hour and 40 minutes.
Yep.
Nice.
We're almost
Um,
at 2 hours on my end. Yep.
but this was very fun going through the franchise. Thank you very much, Brenda, for being a host, a guest host on
Guest,
here.
Thank you
guest,
so much for
Jesus,
inviting me.
guest,
Guest,
Brian,
I know.
guest.
I'm sorry. We've been recording a lot.
You're gonna
A
say,
guest.
Brian, you fucked up like quite a bit. It was like Gandalf,
You
Ganondorf.
see, bro, and me and Scooty were the only ones that caught it, and
Like, what the fuck? Like, we're in Lord of the Rings now.
I did mess up that name, and I just kept on going.
Yeah, you did. It was like, oh, all right.
bro, and me and Scooty were laughing about it while you guys kept talking.
And thank you for hosting us on your Twitch channel as well.
Literally anytime. If the next time you guys want to come through, we can definitely talk about some stuff here. So just let me know. We can set
That'd be
something up.
dope.
Yes.
Oh, wait, one last thing that we can all agree on.
Yes.
The music on Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is a playlist within itself, and it can be sold at the parties.
Yes, facts.
Literally.
They
Yep.
could literally
Facts.
sell that alone, and they would make a bunch of money.
Facts.
100%. I agree.
So
That would be a completely different discussion.
Mhm.
Let's
so
wrap it up because I can hear my headphones struggling.
You're good.
So thank you all for listening to the Sound Test podcast. We will catch y'all on the next one.
See ya.
Peace.
Peace.